I'm worried that it's just going to be me having to do the whole show today.
Why
because
is that?
I'm going to say something and you're going to be so flabbergasted. Your jaw is going to hit the floor so hard.
I might leave the apartment.
Well, you're not going to be able to talk because your jaw will be in pieces on the floor. All right.
Okay.
The next words I say are going to leave you gobsmacked.
Oh no.
Last night, I voluntarily, by myself, decided to go and watch a Marvel movie.
I'm done.
That was the sound of Josh's jaw hitting the floor. He's walking out, and I'm going to start us off on the first slide.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello, friends, and hello, foes, and welcome to this interesting show called The Comedians. It's a show that lends truth to the fact that not everyone should have a podcast. My name is Josh, and joining me today is a man who's I'm still shocked from the cold open. Honestly, it's Jono.
Hello. Yes.
How you doing, man?
Mate, my jaw almost hit the floor as well when I realised what I'd
Why did you
done.
voluntarily see a movie?
Well, I realised
Marvel?
it was my last Friday night that I wouldn't have a dog. So
This
I'm
is
like,
true,
you
yes.
know what? I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to go watch a Marvel movie.
There you
And
go.
it was really good because, spoiler alert, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is about
the
saving
only,
animals.
It's like the only good Marvel.
Yeah, it's honestly the only good Marvel movie. But this show today is actually huge.
Jam-packed.
It is
classics.
huge. Yep.
Full of classics.
Yep.
Top of the show, Jono.
Crazy
We gave
scenes.
each other some challenges.
We did, yep.
And we've got some banger ones coming.
We
We're gonna talk
mentioned
about them.
on the last segment of
Comedy
last episode, Comedy Comp. So we
challenge each other to make a couple of different
a
things.
song or a jingle.
We'll talk about it
and,
in a second.
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Is it me next?
Yeah, it's you next.
So we're doing a review and me reviewing you.
No, you no.
Flashing back to one of our childhood favourites.
Amazing.
My personal favourite childhood TV show, and I was very excited to go back and watch it today.
Amazing. And after that, Jono, parents be talking funny.
Mate, he's talking so funny. So
Shopping
funny.
edition.
Shopping edition. Well,
Which
that,
lends very nicely into our final segment.
because I found a stone.
Oh.
I found a
Where do
stone
we keep finding these
in the
stones?
supermarket this
Where
time.
do we keep
Of all-
finding these stones?
Mate, I don't know
Who
why
put a
no one
stone in
else
a
is finding them,
supermarket?
but we're finding them, and I think it's time to get started.
It sure
with
is.
the first slide.
Jono.
Josh.
last segment, he was back.
figuring out live on air who was going to lead this segment.
Jono.
Yeah. So you're
last
happy to go, yeah?
Yeah, I am.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
hang on.
okay.
I'll just fire the auto prompter up. Okay, the script is now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Josh, and today we're going to be talking about. We went and we did some segment. We talked a couple of challenges. We
did.
talked a couple of challenges last.
So we
segment.
decided that once a
Last
month,
End of
we're
last
going.
show. That's what Go ahead.
Sorry.
No. Keep going. No.
The script-
No.
the script- I couldn't see the script.
turned off.
I didn't have my glasses.
Sorry. Should I try to say the sentence again?
Should I go? Do you want to go? This is why we don't collaborate much on this. I'll go. So we decided once a month we were going to set each other like a song or a jingle or some kind of musical thing to do. And
Yeah,
we did
did.
that on last episode, the final segment. So should we just dive into it?
Should we talk about what you challenged me to do?
Yeah, so what I asked for is I wanted like an ad, like a really shitty TV ad that could be like, like a country town. I said the style of a country song, and it was for JP's Rods and Rods.
Well, Jono, as
which
you
is
know,
a fishing store.
As you know, I know a lot about fishing.
Yeah, you do.
So-
Well, that's why I decided JP's Rods
Well,
and Rods.
As you may imagine, I'm so confident in this segment.
Did you
I've
feel it went well?
I think it went fantastically.
Okay,
Should we listen
fantastic.
to it?
I think we should listen to it.
Whoa there. Hey there, my name's Josh. I work for JP Rod and Rod. In fact, I own it. I have such a passion for fishing products. I could tell you all about them if you sat me down. We feel so committed to our customers that we are opening a new store. The first one being in Wangaratta, the next one's in One Turner. So come on down, bring your kids, have a bit of fun. What are you going to expect? Let's find out. You want jumping castle? You want clown? You want face painting? All of those things will be at JP Rod and Rod, One Turner, the grand opening, down on Thursday. Just come on down where we're going to have a bit of fun. Bring your kids. Just remember, if you want to catch a cod, come on down to Rod and Rod. We're the rod experts. Rods of all shapes and sizes. We got long rods, we got short rods, we got thick rods, we got thin rods. Doesn't matter what size of rod you need. Size isn't the answer. It's not everything. It's all what you make of it. Come on in and get some really good prices. Real. And hold on there. Not all that we got. Because if you come in right now, we'll give you a free hook with worms. You like worms? Well, we got you there, bud. You come down, we'll give you 30 free worms with your first new purchase. I just love rods. But I'm not gay. So come on down to JB Rod and Rod. If you want to catch a good old cod, then come on down to Rod and Rods. We're the rod experts.
Oh my goodness. That is absolutely sensational.
I think I nailed it.
Oh,
fishing stores.
is that my brain cutting out? One of our brains
don't know.
cutting out. After zero technical difficulties at
No,
all.
not so whatsoever. Jono,
I don't know where we work. Great ad.
Thank you so much.
I want to come down to JP's Rods and Rods and catch a cod.
Come down to Warrandyte.
One Turner. Do you know where One Turner is?
The first store was in Warrandyte.
No, you said it was in Wangaratta.
I think I said Warrandyte.
You said Wangaratta, which is not a fishing town because it's in the middle of the country.
All country towns are somewhat fishing towns. That's where all the man lives.
In like 1,000 kilometers of Wangaratta. Anyway.
Well, of course you travel. It's like a fishing trip.
Well,
It makes sense.
speaking of Wangaratta, what did you challenge me to do?
Jono, I challenge you to make a war song.
Yes.
A song about a particular war in Australia's past.
Yep.
That one that's been well traveled by the internet.
Yeah. So
happened in Australia.
The three things you said to me was a historical song about the Great Emu War. You had to paint it in a positive light and show that the Emu War was worth it.
Yes,
and
that's correct.
The best thing about it, and in like the style of like a folk song.
And it had the do-do-dos.
And it had to have some kind of easily sing-along section.
Oh, fantastic.
Like Hey Jude.
Yeah.
And I think I fucking nailed everything. So let's get into it. Back in 1932, son, let me tell you about the greatest war of all. We didn't face the fire of Turks or Germs or China, but instead set out to save this great nation. During the Great Depression, us farmers, we were stressing because our wheat crops, they were failing every time. Bad conditions were compounded when roughly 20,000 emus had migrated inland. Now don't get me twisted, our rural hearts conflicted, but we knew we had to fix the problem fast. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu stew. Sing it with me now.
Everybody.
Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu stew. Our soldiers tried their best, but only got 50 emu deaths. So we knew that we would have to try again. With car-mounted guns, the boys got back out in the sun and bravely killed 3,000 birds. This still was not enough, so we offered money up and told the townsfolk they could go out and get 'em. The bounty sure did work with nearly 60k dead birds. It's safe to say we finally won the war. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu stew. Yeah, the boys were going boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu stew. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu. Boom, 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 emu stew. There we go. Now, I think Josh's brain is actually broken. The microphone isn't working, so I'm going to do this reporter
No,
style.
we're good.
We're good. Okay, we're good. We're
That
good.
was an amazing song, mate.
Now, it was a full 3 minutes, 20 seconds because it's Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's the length of their songs.
That's very funny.
I have learnt so much about the Great Emu War during that because 1932,
Yeah. There you go.
20,000 emus in inland New South Wales. They're like,
Yeah.
we got to get rid of them. They couldn't get rid of them, so they just told the farmers, if you see one, shoot it. We'll give you like $3 or something.
Yeah.
And they killed 50,000 of them. The military couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But that song is called Emu Stew, in brackets, boom, boom, boom.
I think you've done everything that we need for that segment, Jono. So I guess that means it's time.
For the next slide.
Reviewing me, reviewing you. There is nothing we can't review. Reviewing me, reviewing you. We just have to face it. It's true, it's true. Oh, let's review.
That's right, Joshua. This week's episode,
is.
I'm going to take you back to probably my favourite childhood TV show that I watched from
You're
4
weird,
o'clock
man.
to 4:05.
Bing and Bong.
When I point at you, that means play the sound effect.
Bing and bong, heroes of the universe, adventure every day, from their home in space. Bing and bong,
That's right. Bing and Bong. Mate, this show, did you watch this show?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
an absolute fever dream to me, right? I just remember the intro, and I'm like, fuck, I should go back and like watch this show because it
This
was a
needs
ripper.
to be remixed into a club hit.
It almost is a club hit as it is from like 2003, right? So what I've done, tonight I went and I watched an episode, right?
Okay.
It did not disappoint.
Oh.
Let me tell you this
Can you
much,
remind
right?
me of like the
So the premise of the show,
yeah.
there's these two marshmallow looking blokes, right, called Bing and Bong, right?
No
Which
way.
already not a good name, but it gets far, far worse on the Bong front. Let me tell you that
I
much,
love
right?
me a bit of Bong.
It gets so much worse. So they're like these fluffy white guys.
Yeah.
And do you remember what their vehicle of travel is?
Is it a spaceship?
It's a couch.
couch,
So they have this
all
couch, and the show's called Bing and Bong Tiny Planets.
Tiny
so Bing and
Planets.
Bong, these fluffy marshmallow dudes, they sit on a couch and it teleports them. Actually, no, it's on a rope. They're on a rope, and
rope.
it flings them to like a different planet every episode, and they anchor down, and then they get like
you
a
go.
message at the end, and they have to jump back, and they cut the rope, and they fly off back home,
Okay,
and they do a
okay.
new one next episode.
Wonderful.
So what I realize now, looking back on it, is each planet was like a different lesson in life,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah,
a different
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That didn't click for me, which is probably why I'm a screwed up individual now, because
Bit of a
Bing
dumb-
and Bong didn't
dumb
teach me.
idiot.
Yeah, that's right. So this episode that I watched,
If you can't understand Bing and Bong, where are you at?
well, I understood it this time, just right.
Okay.
Okay, so I told you it got worse on the
Yeah.
Bong front. This episode, and I'm not shitting you, I will show you after. This is an actual episode named in like 2002.
Oh no.
It's raining bongs. That's literally the name
It's
of the
raining
of the
bongs. Hallelujah.
a kids show called It's Raining Bongs. And it
Bongs.
comes up on the thing, Bing and Bong intro, It's Raining Bongs. And let me tell you, this was an
Yeah.
informative episode,
Okay.
right? So in the little episode description, it said Bing and Bong learn about the water table. And I'm thinking, wow, this
Water table.
This is a little bit of me. So they
Are
jump.
we talking about like evaporation, etc.?
Yeah, bang on.
Okay.
Yeah, bang. Someone watched Bing and Bong when they were
Water
younger.
cycle. We call it water cycle here in
Well,
Australia, right?
Well, Is
it from Australia?
There's actually two different types. There's the water cycle of the precipitation.
I don't want to do this. Moving on.
And then there's the water type.
What can I put on?
Bing bong.
So these two marshmallow blokes, they get on the couch and they go to this land, the land of rain, right?
Yeah, rain.
And they touch down, beautiful, right? There's this big lagoon. It's all lagoon with like a little island that they're standing on, and it is just the most incredible thing. And they're just going because they don't talk, which I also didn't remember. So they're just doing that, and then you'll never know what happens.
Yeah.
It starts getting warmer.
You're kidding.
The sun comes out.
The lagoon
gets
dries up?
The lagoon dries up, and they're freaking out. They're going like they can't figure out what the fuck's going
How
on.
long does this go? This show go?
4 minutes and 55 seconds. And they're getting worried, right?
Yeah.
And then they start noticing that there's just all this steam around them, right? Not good. They're thinking not good, but then they realize that the steam turns into a cloud. And can you guess what happens next?
It starts raining again?
It starts raining, and guess what happens to the lagoon?
It fills up.
But then tragedy strikes.
You're kidding.
The lagoon, it's not hot, right? The sun isn't out. The lagoon dries up. And they're thinking, what is happening? Why is the lagoon dried up? So they're like, fuck, we better investigate. So they start walking past like all these like, they kind of look like flamingos. And the flamingos are standing there looking confused, but they're like, which I think means like, don't worry guys, like we're going to help you out. And guess what Bing finds?
What did Bing find?
In the lagoon? A pipe. He found a pipe. The flamingo people were pumping water out of the lagoon. And okay, this is
Wait, this doesn't make sense because why was it filled up before? Wouldn't it?
No, rain. No. There was water. It turned into rain. Then they used the rain to refill. Yeah,
was it big enough for them to jump in by the?
Well, they used no. It was way too. Maybe Bong could fit in there, but not Bing.
Bong's a small one.
No, yeah, Bong's a small one, right?
Is Bong like a dog?
I forgot to mention, this is a key part of information. When the steam was going up, he was holding onto a helium balloon and he got lifted up with the steam.
Wait, Bing or Bong?
Bong.
Okay.
And then when it started raining, he fell out of the sky, hence why it's raining bongs. And mate, this all happened in the first 27 seconds. Like, it's crazy.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah.
For anyone who's having issues trying to visualize who Bing and Bong are.
They're two hairy marshmallow-looking blokes.
Bing looks like a character from Among Us.
Yeah. He looks like White in Among Us.
What's the not
I don't know. That's close enough.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Go
and
ahead.
then Bing is like Bong is a smaller version of Bing. Anyway, they find this pipe, and the water is being pumped out of the pipe. And this is where the science starts to break down, right? Because they're like, fuck, let's follow the pipe. So they go, and they like follow the pipe along, and they find the flamingo people showering, right?
Yeah.
And the shower water, it goes out of the drain into a tank. And it's just being stored in the tank, and then it goes out of the tank down a drain. So they go, and they come up with an idea, right? And either Bong or Bing, I can't remember because it was a long 4 minutes and 55 seconds. I started not concentrating. They redirect the pipe from the drain into the lagoon, and everything was happy. But it's old shower water. And it was like green water. And then they had the green water flowing into the lagoon and it just turned back to blue water. So that's not how septic systems work.
I actually do remember when I was a kid, I watched an episode of Magic School Bus, which might be a good target for reviewing you in the future.
Yeah.
They did a whole thing about the water and they had like a thing, and they all fall through the little septic tank with all the little levels.
Yeah. But
that woman was crazy. They put those children on the bus.
She's crazy. That wouldn't be allowed. She wouldn't have a working with children certificate. But yeah, that was a lovely little trip down memory lane with Bing and Bong, and I think I'm going to binge watch it tonight.
What are you going to
all
rate it?
All right. So, what are my categories? Give me 3 categories, and I'll rank them.
Sound design.
Sound design, absolutely incredible. Because little did I know in 2006 when I was watching this that the tune would be like a full-on club banger. So yeah, absolutely incredible sound design. So I'll give that a 25 out of 17.
Amazing. And what are you going to give lessons learnt?
Lessons learned.
What did you learn from this?
Well, I learned a lot about how the water table works. But I tell you what, it's not.
Why do you keep calling it a table?
That's what it said in the description. It's not actually the water table because the water table is how water is stored underground. but this was the
really
precipitation
interesting
cycle
for a podcast.
So, what I learned is that
Maybe that person on TikTok was right. Go ahead, sorry.
my scientific understanding got worse. Because what I learned is that you can pump shower water from flamingo people into the lagoon. So I'm going to give that a 1 out of 12.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and the final one?
The final one, I'm going to say Bing and Bongness.
Bing and Bong, I'd give that.
The whole vibe of them as a two
All right,
characters.
I'd give that 200 out of 5.
Amazing.
So that equates to like about a 3 out of 5. So very
Should we
successful.
go out with the intro to Bing and
I think
Bong?
we should. I think we should.
Bing and Bong, heroes of the universe, adventure every day, from their home in space. Bing and Bong, Bing and Bong, Bing and Bong.
Slick Rick.
This podcast, Jono, is sponsored by no one.
No.
Today it's brought to you, though,
Oh.
by a very lovely person and my microphone that's breaking.
Josh really dug into me the other week when my microphone cable
it was a
broke.
couple of weeks ago. Anyway, sorry. What I was going to say was it's brought to you by a lovely person on YouTube who left some nice comments.
I
In fact,
saw this.
Comment
I
bombed
saw
us
this.
with our
Yeah.
5.
This is great to share. This
Michelle.
is great to put out there.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Michelle, you're a legend. Yeah.
I'll just read one of the comments. They
Yeah.
said, "I've just found you guys, and so I'm catching up. I don't want to seem stalky. I just appreciate you bounce off each other. Josh, you need to remember those blanketed pillows. It's when I was yawning on the
Oh yeah.
yeah. So thank you so much,
No,
Michelle.
Michelle is the legend. I think she left a comment on another one as well.
She got some. I'll give you another
Yeah.
one. She said this was on the Mormon one. She said, "I used to be like Josh when religious people knocked at my door. I didn't want to be rude. Needless to say, no offense to any religion, but I have so many Watchtower booklets. I made a coffee table.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Michelle, getting involved with the show.
Silver cloud on a
As
broken
your
microphone. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Yeah.
Where can people go to do more stuff like Michelle?
We're on YouTube Shorts.
Yes, we
You
are.
can subscribe to our YouTube channel
Yeah.
there. You can look us on TikTok. You can
Yeah.
hit us on Instagram. Type a comedian on Josh and Jono. You'll find it. All your favorite
it's all there.
vibes.
Get on the website comedianers.com. There's
Yep.
a little microphone.
Yep. Send
can send
us
us
an
a
audio
video,
message.
an audio
Send
message.
us a video. Send us a written message.
Send us something.
People say, "Oh, there's too many things." You don't have to do all of them. Pick one.
Just pick one.
It all
We
gets
don't-
funneled into the same
we-
spot
we
for
will
us.
find
so,
it inevitably.
yeah. Whatever's easiest for you, do it. We don't have Snapchat. Hit me
we
up
never
on
will.
Tinder. Yeah. Do you know, I've been listening to the archives of Hamish and Andy.
Oh,
and in
they
like
are
2015, they're like, "Oh yeah, like we're getting on Snapchat. We're filming this
That's
on Snapchat."
weird.
I'm like, "Guys, you shouldn't have even bothered. You should have just fucking started uploading on Musically."
Do you think
which
if
was
we started
TikTok.
uploading on Snapchat,
Yeah.
we'd be like the only people on Snapchat doing good content?
No, apparently TikTok has the highest. I don't know what it is, but like amount of pay per click of all the social media. That's why David Dobrik literally posts like 400 fucking Snapchat stories a day because he just rake it in, like pays really high.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's like subscription based. I don't understand. Anyway, we'll see you on the next slide.
See you next slide.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. What is my segment?
It's my segment.
Your segment. Okay,
Jono,
great.
you know what it's time for?
Yes.
It's time for parents be talking funny.
Mate, they be talking so funny,
They're so
man.
funny.
So funny.
They're so funny.
Yeah.
I'm paranoid about my microphone with the rest of the session, and I'm sorry for ripping into you, but also this is not my fault. You had an obvious
Excuse
reason
me,
for
when
yours.
my microphone cut out, I didn't have to affect the editing of the episode. This did affect the editing of the episode, but
This
that's
has
okay.
been a
I'll be fine. Yeah.
bad start to the session.
No, it's actually been a fucking fantastic
It's been an
episode.
amazing
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
I meant
You're
recording
You're
between
just
you and
flapped.
me.
Yeah.
I screwed it. It
It's
was my
fine
microphone
because I
fault.
get to watch you fumble around and go, "Oh, nothing's wrong," when everything clearly
Everything
is wrong.
is not wrong. Everything is fantastic.
Anyway, parents be acting funny.
They be acting so
Yeah.
funny.
What happened this time?
Well, I was just feeling like, when you go shopping with your parents, how do you think sometimes they don't really understand how fashion means to us?
Oh yeah,
Or in every
100%.
sense of the word.
Yeah, anyone like more than like 8 or 9 years older than you just don't understand where the fashion bar is. Yeah.
Right. And it's so weird to think like when you grow up, it's like this thing of like they dress you. So are they doing it in like are they like
They're doing what
on
they
you?
like, I think.
On you.
Yeah.
And they
I don't think they're looking around and going, "Oh, little Timmy's wearing that, so we'll get him to wear that." I think they go, "Oh, I would wear that, so I'm going to put him
I've
in that."
started like, and my parents don't even listen to this. They don't care about the show.
Yeah, yeah.
But like anytime I'm like, oh, you look good in that, I'll look at it and go,
Yeah. The stuff that I wear, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this, it'll do. My mum goes, oh my God, that's so good. Like, I wear some like woolen jumper that makes me look 50 years older than I am.
Say, yeah,
my
or
mum will
shirt,
love it.
Or
Yeah,
a really
love
bland
a nice,
shirt.
bland, like plain color.
You look very nice.
Collared, short sleeve shirt.
It goes with the grandparents as well.
Oh,
It's like,
absolutely.
They're like, they're telling you, or do it for your grandparents. But what they're really saying is, look normal.
Yeah, look what I perceive as normal. Yeah.
But on top of that, John, like I remember I went recently shopping and I was there with the family.
Yeah.
I went into like a sports shop, right? And like
Oh,
I'm a
were you
bit of
buying a badminton racket?
no, like it was one of those like fashions, like the hat. And
I
that kind
figured
of
I
stuff.
was doing a gag.
What's that?
I don't
We've
know.
never
It's
done a gag in my
comedian
life.
odds.
Can
Yeah.
you not? Can
So-
you bring back the normal?
So
we talk about the water table again.
So the water table, there's 3 different
And so
stages
I'm
of the water
walking
table.
through the store, Jono.
When the water,
I'm
Did you know that? I think it is actually very interesting to know that water will seep through dirt quicker if it's dry,
my
but if it's
God.
got some moisture already in it,
bit
it will
more.
actually take longer for it to get through because the water molecules have actually expanded. So there's actually less gap in the air. And this is actually quite interesting because it's very similar to coffee. So if your coffee's too bitter, it's because the grinds are really small. And anyway, yeah, back to what you wanted to talk about. Parents be active. Funny that. So she's actually
This
the
is so-
cardiac arrest.
We find this very funny.
It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you went into a sports store to buy a badminton racket. Yeah.
It's one of those sports goods. It's not like
He's
there's like
lost the
shirts.
plot. He's lost the plot.
No, I'm gonna rein this in. I'm gonna rein
This
this
has
in.
never
No,
happened to
no.
us before.
We're reining this in. We're reining this in.
That's like I finally got you to laugh like uncontrollably to the point you can't continue. I think this is comedian. Yes. What has happened? Oh.
Sports goods store.
Yeah. Buy a new badminton racket. Yeah. Fucking got him 3 times with the same joke.
Done.
Yeah.
And so I'm like looking for like shirts and stuff that might be interesting. Yeah. And obviously,
Yeah.
when you're going to like a store where that has like fan gear, you're not gonna pick any
Is
random
this Rebel
team.
Sport?
No, it wasn't called Ren. So it was like some other one. It was
Yeah,
like a
right.
Point or something. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it's called.
But like that kind of vibe.
Like, yeah, it's not. It wasn't Rebel Sport. It was called like, I don't know, like JD. It wasn't JD, but it was.
Yeah, that kind of
You know, it's
genre
like
of
called
store.
like
Yeah.
extra.
So it's like streetwear, fan gear, that kind of vibe.
So you know,
yeah.
you've got like maybe normal, clean, plain shirts. You got like plain shirts. You've got you've got like your hats of like different things, like a big
Yeah.
wall of hats, that
Yeah.
kind of store.
Yeah.
And so like I'm skimming through, I'm like, and they're like, oh, you should get one of these tops, and obviously all these tops are like of a team I've never, teams that
I
I've
was,
never.
I was going to say
I
it'll
don't
be some
follow.
like New
And then,
York
like, and I
Kookaburras or something. Yeah.
Kookaburras. We should make that team. We'd be the New York
the New York
Kookaburras.
Kookaburras. Yeah.
And so we're looking at this, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. They're like, why not? I'm like, because I don't barrack for that team. They go,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Just choose
No,
anything.
it does matter.
No, it does matter because
Yeah.
if I start wearing that team, I'm going to get stopped for that specific team.
My parents literally bought me a bucket hat, and I don't know what it is. It's some baseball team, and I've never worn it because I don't know anything about baseball, and it's like quite an obvious statement, like, oh, I support the
Exactly. This
the
is what
Boston
they don't.
Eagles.
The Boston Eagles.
Yeah.
Sports goods store.
Yeah.
And so I'm in there, and then like I'm like looking through for like my particular team that I know I can.
Yeah.
I could, because if I
What
get
team do you
stopped
go for in the
let's say for NBA
basketball?
for the 76
Boston State Warriors.
Sixers, the Boston
The
State Warriors,
96ers. Is that a team?
the 69ers.
Yeah, the 69ers.
And so I'm there, the Philadelphia 69ers.
Yeah.
And so I'm like looking for it. I can't find it. And they pull it like they just go to a random rack.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, I'm
They're
like,
not
no
looking for
way.
the team or
They're looking
anything.
and they're looking for color.
Yeah,
They're
they
like,
say,
oh, this color
like,
looks
oh, it's
nice. dude.
beige, that's
and they pull
nice.
something up that's like, yeah, baseball. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They're like, it doesn't matter. Just put something. I'm like, no, it does matter.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to answer to this.
Yeah, some random guy on a train one day is going to be like, oh, mate, how good was Pete Wendellberry on the weekend? And you're going to be like, oh,
yeah, they were.
It was good, yeah.
And
so
the other
good.
thing that comes to me is like this thing of like it becomes like a polite argument, which happens a lot with parents. I find.
Yeah.
It's like
That's why I moved out.
Well, even when you're at lunch with someone.
Yeah.
Right. And like it's still in the shopping center, center kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like you're at lunch with your parents, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I know you really like this, and I'm like, no, that's
Like food wise,
you've imprinted something.
Yeah, they absolutely do that. My parents do that with food and stuff as well. Like, oh, you really like this? No, that's what we had as a family when we were kids, and I ate it because I had to because I was there. Yeah, exactly.
I was.
You always loved my lemon chicken. No, I ate it because I was hungry.
My mum walked up and I don't know how she got to this, and it's really she went, "Oh, Josh, I heard about this party that I thought you really, really liked." Which
your mum is recommending you parties?
That's a very weird statement to begin with, right?
It's like because
it's a weird statement.
How does anyone know about
My
a
first
party
question is,
unless they've been invited to
party?
it?
Who's party?
Yeah.
Like it's a party. Like
what?
You know,
so
like
has she been invited to like
no.
Marjorie's 50th?
She's like giving this is like a suggestion, something that was very fun that she thought I would like. She's like,
did she
so
say
I
what
heard
it
about
was?
this party. It's a dress up party. I know you like dress up. I'm like, yeah, I mean, no.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you would like this. It's dress up like a TV character that you liked when you were a kid.
So it was like a party theme, not a specific party.
She said it as I saw this party.
I reckon she thought that it was a party, but it's a theme. I reckon that's the only way that makes sense. Yeah.
She's like, oh, you choose a character when you're a kid that you really like.
Oh,
like, and she's
did you go as Bing or Bong?
No, she suggested one that I think that she thought I would like.
Yeah.
What do you think she suggested?
Oh, a Pokemon.
Meanwhile, she said
Dragon Ball Z. You went as Dragon Ball Z, I reckon.
She remember she goes, a TV character you liked as a kid, and she said you really like Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
I don't know how much as a kid I even watched. It didn't really come out as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, I was going to say kids aren't usually huge
like
fans
sure,
of Seinfeld.
Nowadays I would say I've watched a lot of Seinfeld and I enjoy it, but it's a weird thing for my mom to like bring up out of nowhere.
Yeah. As a TV character, you're like, oh yeah.
As a kid,
as a boy, he always
can
liked.
You imagine like
Seinfeld.
rocking up to that? And there's nothing particular about Jerry Seinfeld. He's a guy in a suit. Like if I walk up and I'm in a suit, and then you walk up there's like someone in Bob the Builder, there's someone in like a Bong costume.
I'm wearing a Bong, yeah,
and I'm wearing a Bong.
Yeah, that's what you do with them,
that's
yeah,
what you do. Yeah, and as a costume, a giant Bong,
Bong
from the TV
from
show,
Bing and Bong,
Bing and Bong.
Yeah.
Bing and Bong.
So interesting fact. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, I Pavlov myself to think about the water table, like,
and then it happens.
It's
just
because,
crazy.
like, in the previous segment, I talked about the water table in Bing and Bong. So if I walk in and I've got just a suit on, I'm gonna first of all. I'm going to have to answer the fact that why you got a random suit on. Yeah, that's
what
it.
character are you?
Don't worry, some kid's going to walk in wearing someone from like Game of Thrones. Be like, did your mum make you wear that? Yeah, my mum told me to wear this one as well. Yeah.
Like, it strikes to me like, and this is obviously going off the parents of being talking funny, but like when you rock up to a party, this is a slipping through your fingers.
I hate rocking up to parties.
Rocking up to parties.
How shit is the first like 11 minutes at a party?
Getting into the party and finding where you're supposed to be.
And like some random uncle opens the door and you're like, oh, hi. And they're like, oh, come in. And then they're like, get a drink, but you don't know which drinks are fair game and which drinks
which ones have been brought. Who's brought what.
And they're like, oh, there's beers in the fridge, but you saw someone walking in with them, so you thought maybe they're theirs.
What's the food situation? Is there like a table with food on it?
Yeah.
Are we ordering stuff?
You don't want to sit down.
I don't want to sit
because
down.
then someone might sit next to you.
Yeah, so I'm going to be stuck in that conversation for the next 10 minutes.
And then you're just standing around and it's everyone else is standing around.
But the problem is if you're standing around, everyone starts realizing, oh, Josh is standing
around. So then you have to go and sit down. Oh, this is terrible.
Anyway, I rocked up to a party from...
I don't have anxiety, by the way.
Yeah, me neither. This has been the most chaotic segment.
Let's keep going. Keep plowing through it, Mike.
I am. I'm still going. Sports goods store.
Yeah.
And so I walked up to this party. It reminded me because there's a theme of black and gold.
Yeah.
Which is a theme that works very well for very specific people.
Yeah.
And like it means you have to go find something that has gold on it.
Yeah. I don't have any gold.
What do you guess I would do if I found out that I have to go to a party?
I reckon you went as...
knowing that this is in high school and that I'm not very good at preparing for
I reckon you went as black and gold butter from Coles back in 2009.
Good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I wore all black and then I put a piece of paper on myself that said gold.
That's pretty good. I respect that.
No, I felt horrible the whole night. I'm like, this is bad.
Anyway, what have we learned from this
I
segment,
think we
Joshua?
learned that my mum is very confused.
And parents, be acting very
totally
funny. You'll never believe what happened to me today.
What happened?
I was doing my weekly shop at Coles, right?
What have you done?
And I was chuffing along with my trolley.
Chuffing along.
Jug. Then, bang.
I think that's a bad idea.
The
to hit
wheel.
your microphone.
That was a terrible idea in retrospect. Boom. My trolley hit something.
What
and you
did
know
it
what
hit?
it was? It was a
What?
big stone. And on that stone...
Did no one else notice the stone?
No, everyone was just walking like they couldn't see it. Like,
that's weird.
like they didn't have the ability to see
Did
the
that stone
stone.
suddenly start yelling at you, telling you stop slashing your trolley into me?
Well-
maybe that stone was a man instead.
No, it was a stone, and
a
it
stone.
said rules of the supermarket.
It talked. Maybe it really was a man.
No, written,
Okay.
prescribed
Oh,
in
okay.
hieroglyphics, and I
Yeah, yeah,
translated them. You know
Ah,
that
very
Google
cool.
Translate thing on your phone?
Never had
Where you
it.
take a photo
I
of
just
it.
use ChatGPT.
And it translates the photo. That's what
yeah.
I did. And it gave me the rules. Now, Joshua, this is all straight from the stone.
This is crazy.
This is all straight from the stone.
never know.
But these are the rules that the stone has told me about the supermarket. So, number 1. If thou is using eineth trolley that requireth a dollareth coineth, thou musteth haveth ready before thy approacheth thine a trolley.
That's true.
I
That's the-
fucking hate it when I'm going to do my weekly shop, and I need that. You know the little
Well, it's just
diggy
very
half
personal
trolleys.
for sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just on the stone. You know, common things that relate to
Right,
most people.
right.
And you know those little half trolleys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking love them, right? And I'm lining up to get it, and then old Barbara comes, and Barbara gets to the thing, and Barbara would have done this shop 400 times, right? And she
Barbara
gets there,
doesn't have an excuse.
and she pulls the trolley,
Yeah.
and it doesn't come out because it's stuck with a chain. So then she gets her handbag, and she's rifling through her handbag to find her little coin pocket.
Or the little shitty plastic thing that goes in it.
that weird little slip thing
Yeah.
that they have in, and then she gets out the 20-cent piece, but it only takes $1 or $2 coins, and then like 5 minutes later she puts her $2 coin in.
That's bad.
Oh, have it in your hot little
it ready.
hand, ready to go.
Do you need like when you outside a club and they have those like photo things?
Yeah,
that people
yeah,
check
yeah.
for like ID.
Yeah.
They need one of those just to see you have the camera. And then someone checks
To see you have,
that
like, the coin.
in your
Yeah,
hand,
yeah.
and you press it before. That way, there's
There's
some
like a
order here.
pre-screening situation.
It's a pre-screening for getting it.
One that's even better actually. My sister used to be in like a guides club, and as a fundraiser, they sold little token things that were the size of a $1 coin.
Oh.
So you could have it on your keys, and then it clicked off, and you just put it in the trolley,
That's nice. I
and
like
then you
that.
click it back in on the
That's
way
handy.
out. Perfect. I reckon Barbara
solved.
should get one of them.
It does drive me nuts when people
Oh
take
my
long
God.
to do anything
Fi-
that's obvious.
Fiddling. You shouldn't fiddle in a public place.
Can I say?
Yeah.
And I chalk this up to you just like calling me out on it.
Yep.
I used to be a fiddler and I just like sitting in the middle of spaces.
Oh, no.
I
You
really
can't be in the middle of
you
a
know when like
space.
we'd walk out, you go move, and I'm like, oh yeah, right.
Because
Now
there's like
it
3 people
but now
trying to walk past you.
It
Yeah,
drives me.
It ruins
nuts.
your life.
Now I'm stuck.
That's why I
You've,
don't leave
like,
the house.
Waking me up to
because
it, and
I
it-
can't leave the house without seeing people walking.
You can't leave the house because you're scared of the outside.
I'm scared of outside because people walk in weird
Yeah.
ways. Anyway, talking about fiddling. Actually,
Yeah.
I've just noticed another one. Another
really?
another rule
That's
here.
weird.
Yep. No, pull it up. Yeah. If when thou is paying with cash at thine accounter, thou must haveth the moneyeth readieth to go.
This seems very similar to the
it's
previous
the
one.
exact same thing as the previous one, but no fiddling with your money at the counter.
Yeah, it drives me nuts when those people like. Yeah, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
Why are you
Actually,
paying
can I
in
say-
cash?
Here's the thing.
Why do you have cash?
I've tried so hard to never ever have cash.
Yeah.
But sometimes you go to a relative's house, they give you cash.
Must be very,
they
very
give you a little bit
nice.
of cash.
Just a bit of
when
free
you're,
money.
It's on your birthday and you have like
must
in your-
be very nice. Notes. Not
Notes.
even. I get 5
Nah.
cent coins.
Did I tell you,
Must be
my
very
grandma
nice.
gave me like a pouch of like coins?
Yeah. I actually love that.
It drives-
Pouches
that's
of
bad.
coins are good
No,
because
I
I
hate it.
got the washing machine
What do I
here
do
that I
with
got to
the
put
pouch of
coins in.
coins?
Give them to me.
No.
For my birthday, give me the pouch of coins. $1 coins are very good.
They were $2
Yeah.
coins.
Change them at the
Oh,
bank.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, Joshua,
wouldn't believe it.
I've just seen
Another one.
Another one. If thou is using a selfeth checkout conveyor belt checkout.
Conveyor belt
Oh,
checkout.
yeah.
Must be
I will
nice.
explain it. That they must have removed the divider and send it all the way back. So, you know these, have you been
No,
to
I haven't.
one of these Coles? I think it's only the one in Moonee Ponds because it's like a very
must be
cutting edge. It
very
must be
nice.
nice. You know how
This is the Coles I hate.
you know the normal supermarket
Yeah, yeah,
self-serve
yeah.
checkout
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
just a thing in the middle and you got like a little table on each side and you go boop and send it over to the left. Boop, send
Sure,
it over.
yeah.
This one has like the full one where the person would stand.
Yeah,
the
but it's
person isn't
open.
there. Yeah, so you just go out, you put all your stuff on the conveyor belt, and then when you take the first thing off, the sensor notices it and it scoots it down.
Yeah, okay.
So, sorry.
He just died for a second.
I think I got a little dust.
hazy
I'm okay.
from the stone. The stone's very dusty.
I think
the stone is so old.
I think something went into my sinuses. I think like I had like a mosquito or something just go into my. I think it's entered my brain. Anyway,
This has been a fantastic recording
I'm
session.
okay. So yeah. They have like, you know, the dividers that
Yeah,
you put
yeah,
in
yeah.
between. The amount of people that will take it off and they'll just like put it next to them. But then I'm standing at my end, like a good
Slide it
2.5
down the little.
minutes.
Slide it
So
down
then,
the little thing.
Mate, I've got to do the really awkward, like walk and reach over there.
And you know the worst part is
Yeah.
when you do that, then they look over at you like you're crazy.
You're gonna like nab their shit.
Like, no, I'm not trying to
no,
get you.
I'm just getting the divider.
Give me the divider.
Yeah.
Or be a responsible checkout person.
Yeah.
Checkout person?
Yeah.
Customer.
Customer, yeah,
Checkout
yeah, yeah.
customer. And put it at the end of you when your stuff goes.
Yeah, just do it for me. Like,
Do it for you.
Because
That's what I've always done.
True. Why aren't people? Every time I do it, I put my
I grab my
last thing
stuff
out
down
and then I put it.
the line down.
Yeah.
And I say, this is fine. Go
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
Also, why is there more than? Is there only one divider? Usually, there's multiple dividers.
No, there's two, but everyone just puts it at the end. So then it just clogs out. So what I do,
is
I
bad.
get it and I flick it down.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. I like the flick.
Yeah.
The flick is a good action.
The flick is a very good one. All right.
You got another one?
I just
said
reading
there's
on
one
the.
here.
I'm just reading
It's
on the
not
stone.
why it was so
Ju-
dusty.
Yeah, just on the stone. If thou ist a checkout person, thou must not comment on my items. This is unbelievable. I mean, this isn't personal. This is I just saw this. I saw this on the stone.
What?
Have
How
you had
they
this happen
commented?
to you?
How do they comment?
Mate, I had 2 bottles of milk that I was getting, right?
That's a normal thing for people
I
to
think
do.
it's a normal thing. And one of them was like the 1 litre full cream milk. Because I've
Yeah.
discovered oat milk in eggs tastes like shit.
It's bad.
So if I'm making like scrambled eggs
learned
or
this the
something,
hard way.
I put a little bit of full cream milk in there. Because I used to
Ooh.
always do almond milk and it tastes like
Yeah,
shit. I put a
nice.
bit of full cream milk. So I've got one in the bottle and then I have one like as a backup and I get like the long
Yeah.
life one, right?
Yeah.
It's like 2 different full cream milks, but it's just 2 litres of milk, just
Mm-hmm.
split in different bottles. And I had a big shop, so I was like going through an actual person rather than the self-serve. And she goes, "Oh, you love your milk, do you, mate?" I'm like, "What am I
What are
meant
you?
to
What's
do in
my
this
milk
situation?"
consumption? What are you trying to do?
It's not unusual for someone to have 2 litres of milk.
Can I say,
Yeah.
as someone who's been on the other side of people who do stuff where they
Hmm.
have to talk stuff for a living, sometimes you talk so long in a day that what comes out is some awkward sentence like that.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
like after a while you look to try to say something that makes sense to you, and what stumbles out is, "Are you
'Cause
like your milk, mate?"
they've just seen like me. But I reckon any conversation from a checkout person, it can't be related to what you're buying. Because I remember it happened like when we were kids as well. The checkout person is like, oh, that's a lot of food. It's like, yeah, because it's for like 4 people
Yeah,
for like
don't
2
tell
weeks
me
or
how
whatever.
much
Like,
food is good or
Like,
bad.
that's not something for you to input.
Yeah.
Get your
I tell you
beak
what
out
I
of
want.
there.
Actually,
Yeah.
I've thought about this.
Yeah.
What I want is if you go on an Uber sometimes, you can
I
put in
don't
your
because
settings.
I drive a vehicle, so I can just drive myself around rather than relying on someone to come and pick me up. But anyway, what were you going to say? I do use Uber. Yeah, I've used it once.
so
Not even a full there and back, just back.
yeah, not even in this state.
Yeah, no, it was in Sydney.
So when you do it, sometimes you can choose on the thing of like what level of conversation you want with them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you can say I'm happy for a chat, or you can say
That is
"Please
amazing.
don't," and so you can change it.
Is it like a scale, like a little toggle thing?
No,
or is it like a
it'll be
check
like
the box?
options. You
So
choose
what are the
which
options?
one.
Like no chat,
I think it's like
a little bit of
I'm
chat,
happy to chat.
full
or
chat.
or I'm busy, leave me alone, or something like
yeah. Oh, that is so good.
I will put myself in happy chat, but often what happens, sometimes they'll turn around and go, do you mind if I just do my thing? I'm like, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But they should do that for shopping, for clerks.
That's
it should be
true.
like, it should be
even
like,
if it's like a little thing that you like just turn around, if it's like an upside down smiley face, then you don't want to be talked to.
For sure.
If it's a green smiley face, then they'll talk to you.
It should be like, are you happy to have a conversation on this?
Yeah.
Pick your level.
Yeah.
Just the pleasantries, thanks.
Better idea.
Okay.
The different lanes correspond to different conversations.
I like this. So you've got
it's
the
like
high
two
talkers.
lanes for each. Yeah.
There should be talkers, but they need to have they need to be a wait time of like 2 hours.
Yeah.
They might
they
have,
have
extra
like 10 people working that checkout.
because they know that it's going to be a long check. You got people that maybe
Yeah.
just need the pleasantries, and then you got the self-service checkout.
Yeah.
That way, no one ever needs to go.
No one needs to talk. That's great.
This is a good solve my problem.
I've just looked at the back. I've got a final one, unless your glasses are better than
Hold on,
mine.
let me have a
and
look
can read
here.
another one. Yep. Oh, I think there's one down the bottom there.
There is one.
Yeah. Lucky you saw that.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. If thou art the with a trolleyeth,
Yep.
don't leave thy trolley in the middle of a lane.
Louder for the people in the back. Louder for the people in the back. Honestly.
Don't leave your trolleys in the middle of the lanes, people.
no.
I'm pretty sure this is something we've talked about on the podcast
mate,
before.
it
But it drives
absolutely
me nuts.
Grinds my gearios.
Especially when it's a smaller store.
Yeah.
Or the aisles are not that big. And
Yeah.
like these big people with these big barrels of trolleys,
Yeah.
like tanks coming across
just
the
plowing through
the land of
and then they'll just like dump
France
it while
in
they're
World War II. Just going pulling stuff off the shelf.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, let me go over to the other aisle.
I need
and I'll
to
leave
circle
this
back.
here.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, no, don't you have to be with your trolley
Yeah.
the whole time.
You can't park your trolley. There's no
There should be
15-minute
no parking.
No parking.
parking.
No standing.
or
No standing
minimum
zone.
1 minute park.
Not even.
There should be a parking inspector.
1 minute park, but you have to
There should be a trolley
maintain
inspector. I will be
contact
the
to
trolley.
it.
I will be the trolley inspector.
The trolley inspector, yeah.
I would do that. I'd be great at a trolley inspector
I
job.
actually just read underneath it
Really?
one that relates exactly to what you just said.
Amazing.
If thou is wait, sorry, it was a little bit
Try again.
faded. Yeah.
You've got that sinus thing. It's okay.
Yeah. If thou is perusing a shelf and cannot find what thou is looking for, thou must stand as far back as thou can. Because it's the same with trolleys, right? They've got their trolley that they're just dumped in the middle of the lane and they're standing like halfway in the middle of the aisle looking at the shelf.
It's a good point.
So I can't walk in front because there's not enough room to get through with my trolley, and I can't walk behind. And
My
then
issue is
you
like,
get into a knot.
like, where do you stand then?
Far back.
But
Just
then
stand
you're
back.
gonna interact traffic from the other side.
But they can come. There's enough room for 2 cars to pass in front of you.
That's what I mean. You're saying that there should be a 3-lane system. There should be 1 lane one way, 1 lane the other way.
It's like
and a spectator lane.
it's just like a road, right? Where you can, on a road, there's like you can park on the right, you can park on the left, and you drive in the middle. It's like that, but you can't park on whatever side that you're looking for, right? You just have to pick one side to look at. I'm doing a very good job at filibustering this while your microphone doesn't work. How about we just end this and go to the end of the show? Roses are red. The water table is dry. That was episode
40,
65.
65.
Of the Bro, we're 20
Oh,
episodes
why did I say
further up,
40?
man. Yeah.
65 of the comedian odds.
Mate, that was honestly a fucking ripper of a show. It was a fever dream episode.
was
Your
fever- it was
microphone
bad.
didn't work, so you were like 30% in this episode.
This has been a horrible time.
I've
to
never
be
seen
me.
Josh so flapped before. It's fantastic.
Ugh.
Yeah, it means you're even easier to rile up this episode because you're already like you're about to flip at any moment. But
I'm hanging by a thread right now.
we have some. Josh is going to sing an intro for our recommendation segment.
Reviewing me.
No, but it's recommendation.
It's recommendation, but it's that. Recommending me. Go ahead.
It's so low effort. I was expecting you to sing it.
No,
but
no.
It's like this intro. It's like, here's 2 seconds of this intro. That's
Yeah.
what it's like. Anyway, I've been dipping into iView. You've recommended
yes.
an iView show.
Did you watch
last
documentary
week?
now?
I didn't. I
Yeah, it
actually
must be nice.
went on it to watch it, and then I found this show. I watched this instead.
Yeah.
And, it was quite enjoyable.
What have you
It's
recommended?
called Old People's Home for 4-year-olds.
This is good.
Have
I
you
like
seen
this.
this?
This is very good,
This show
yeah.
is fantastic. They've recently come out with a new season. It is absolutely phenomenal. There's 3 seasons in total.
Yeah.
The first 2 are on iView. And what it is they take a bunch of like 4-year-olds, so like kindergarten aged
Yeah.
kids, and they do, I think it's like 7 or 8 weeks of kindergarten at an aged care facility.
Yeah,
So they're like
yes.
partnered with old people. And if you don't cry at all during this season, this show, you're not a
They
human.
also have a teenager one, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. There's old people's homes for teenagers.
That's very
and stuff.
nice.
Yeah, it's great.
It's very sweet.
It's just essentially a bunch of like old blokes like, no, like I don't see the value of this. And then like 3 minutes into it, they're like, oh, little Timmy is the highlight of my life. And yeah, it's
That's very
fantastic.
nice.
They're
I like
big,
that.
they're juicy episodes. They're like 1 hour long.
Jeez.
If you need to sink your teeth into something that will make you cry, old
that's
people's home for
amazing.
4-year-olds.
Jono, what I've got to recommend you is
Yeah.
to get a new cable cord. No, my
Josh's
recommendation.
cable broke, and I gave him my cable that
And it nearly
he
broke.
went off at me.
It nearly broke. We saw it nearly broke. I watched it nearly break
It's
to begin
working.
with.
It's working. Yeah. What's your recommendation?
I don't even know what I want to say anymore.
Josh checked out of this episode. But I've been here with you guys. I'll always be here with
I've
you
been not
guys.
thinking this segment.
We have an
Okay.
absolute
Okay.
fantastic
Okay,
show.
wait.
No, you fucking shut up. That's me. I turned down. I'm going to turn you down. Okay. So we started off. With,
No, wait a minute. This is not fair. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, please.
I was thinking of your poor attitude. So the water table. Anyway, how do we start off today's show?
We started the show by going through our what do we call it? Comedy comp.
Comedy comp. It's not even a competition.
No,
to be
it's
honest.
not.
But
We need to give it
we're
a
just going to
name.
call it that. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I
name.
don't
We're
like
gonna change
it. I hate it. I hate
We
it
did.
as soon as I
We
said it.
challenged each other to make some fun
Bro,
little things.
your ad of a fucking fishing shop. It's so good.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you.
I have another listen
And
to that
I loved
after
your
this.
boom, boom, boom. Wait, no, emu stew.
Emu stew, boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Amazing.
Do you want to sing a little chorus?
Boom.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Boom.
But it's not actually in 4/4.
No.
Boom, 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 emu.
This is
boom,
bad.
boom,
No.
boom, emu. Boom, 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 emu stew. Oh, mate, fucking top 10 banger. Yep.
After that, Jono, what did we do?
It was me?
It was you.
I don't remember.
It was rating me. We're rating
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Bing and Bong.
Bing and Bong.
Bing and Bong.
That's what it was.
Absolute.
An amazing
show. And then you did.
And then I
one
did.
segment.
He replaced my segment, and now he's giving me shit. He's like, no, you can replace your
You're
segment
just
next time.
so easy to stir up right now. So
I'm
digging
all
in.
over this shit.
Josh is going to have a cigarette after this episode. Parents were acting funny.
Parents be acting funny.
and then
they
I
talk
did-
to me about being Jerry Seinfeld.
That's right. And then I found the stone.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And I think we got to get out of here. Can you hear that?
Oh, please get me out of
This is
here.
going to be a shit fucking thing to have to worry about editing, and I'm not even going to be in Melbourne. Anyway, I hope everybody has a
See you
great time.
guys.
Yeah, I'm going to fill another 4 seconds. All right, have a good one. Bye.